Gonna start the stream in a bit. Ayo. I think we were about to get exposition to fuck. That's alright then.
You! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey! Dance!
Dance! Alright, somebody's coming.
Do the monkey!
Hell's blazes, we got us a farmer. Now, where's that voice coming from? Show yourself. All right there, mister. Just don't you fire that gun now, you hear? I'm sorry I chased you earlier. Freddy'll do the monkey for you right now, if that's what you want, He'll do the monkey until you ask him to stop, I reckon,
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey! Dance!
He's got a very distinct idea of what the monkey is.
I think I got the little guy right where I want him. I wound the monkey up real good so he'll be dancing for a while.
Spread your legs!
Yeah.
And do the monkey!
Not his first Rod Dorero.
I knew you would come, sooner or later.
All the time I spent trying to get into the theater, he could have just quietly walked out to meet me.
Did you know that?
I feel like kicking the guy.
There's no way out of Victory Hotel. All exits they just lead back inside.
There is a way out. Just not for you.
It's getting closer.
You have no idea what I went through to find you. First,
Do you like movies?
sure, who doesn't? Wait a second. I was trying to tell you that...
I don't much like modern movies myself. They're either too loud and expensive or too obscure and self-indulgent. But old movies, really old movies, have a charm and a simplicity that appeals to me.
We can walk out.
Listen, please don't interrupt me again. It's starting to piss me off.
But I have never interrupted you, unless I've had something important to say, of course. But go ahead. What is it you wanted to talk about?
Why did you make me search all over the city for you?
Not like this.
Search for me? I've been here for hours, señorita. I haven't moved. The question ought to be, what made you go out of your way to find me?
I knew you would come, sooner or later.
We agreed to meet this morning, remember?
Did you know that?
As I remember it, there was no agreement.
Your hotel.
I said tomorrow, but you refused. I assumed you weren't interested.
Back inside.
I apologize for making myself unavailable, however.
Don't give me that. You wanted me to come looking for you again.
A way out.
Actually, no, I had to lay low for a few hours.
Does it have anything to do with the cop that was staking this place out?
They will
Yeah.
be here soon.
So it was a good thing I didn't stick my head out the door to look for you then, no?
Why you so?
He's gone now.
You have any reason to
Are you in some kind of trouble with the police? Wait, don't tell me.
No?
Immigration.
See?
No, señorita. Not the police.
gonna die?
There are bigger players than the police.
I don't want to know. I'm not getting mixed up with the mob or gangs or anything like that.
Out of here. Go a different way.
There's not much you want to be mixed up in at all, is there?
My life's complicated enough as it is, Mr. Cortez. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Now.
Answers.
Now I don't
You want, you need answers.
care.
You keep telling me that, but you never give me any answers. Just more questions. Like, who's out to get you? What's going on with me? How come you know so much about me?
I plan to answer all your questions today, April.
Sooner or later.
By the time you go to sleep tonight,
There's no way
your
out.
world will have changed, and nothing will ever be the same.
You're just being cryptic again. It's like soap opera sex. Lots of boring dialogue, and when they finally go to bed, everything's dark and covered by blankets.
You want the full Monty then?
There is.
Come with me. Come outside. No more talk. I will show you the truth.
It's getting closer. They will be here soon.
Soon enough.
This is probably as
Pointless.
good a place as any. At least there's no one around to see, except rats.
To see what?
Stand back, señorita.
What for? What are you doing?
Why, Alice, I'm sending you through the looking glass.
What? What is that? Please tell me it's a hologram.
It's a mirror to reflect your dreams.
I don't see anything, just light.
Oh, you have to step through.
Step through that? Oh no, I don't think so.
This is the moment of decision, April. All time, past and present, revolves around this moment. The destiny of worlds is in your hands. But you must make the choice on your own. La vida es corta. You must decide how to live it best.
All right, I'll do it.
Vamos. Enter the light.
Don't say that, it sounds too ominous. Just tell me what's gonna happen.
You're about to take the first step on the longest journey of your life. But don't worry. I'll be waiting right here.
I must be insane to do this.
Yes, it's pretty much a given.
I must have. Come with the Guybrush. Yes.
It's a perfect fit. I'm so clever, I could just die. It's Cortez.
Me too.
They must be really paranoid about fires in this place.
Oh, I almost forgot. When you're ready to come back, pay a visit to a friend of mine called Westhouse, Brian Westhouse. con Dios, child. And may the balance protect you.
Cortez? Cortez! I have a bad feeling about this. Wait, what was the name Cortez told me to remember? Westhouse? Ryan Westhouse? I think that was it. Cortez said to look him up when I wanted to go home. Well, I want to go home now.
I remember the section coming up now that almost murdered me when I first played this. So, brace yourselves.
It's kind of unsettling to be so aware of myself all the time. It's Constable Guybrush. My toy? Ape. He looks like some kind of priest. Hello? Hi.
Et tu? Emile, tu vas?
I don't understand.
Aku sta kayan paras. Inomalante kandra. Ton maris. Ore tiesiton.
Where's Cortez?
Tutone eken. Tu ken vernilia fata tintu vermilian ton.
Where am I?
Sankis tue. Tonan tu ken avoch. E magikan ian ton an asans.
Who are you?
Ken esang maris ortona. Magic ean pose ton. Sare alvoca im iriam tue ithium. Aku kandi. Good. Niranton alvoch. Sank al coda magic. Torante. Salhe. Naven. All tongue.
What does Altung mean?
Maris. Tu verinelian aran tu torank lock eton. Aku kandi. Good. Niranton alvoch. Sank al coda magic. Torante. Salhe. Naven. All tongue. Al orta e beginning. Parasim tin you. You have thiesa e magic e Sara. E the knowledge. Aritia ya ai tue by generations e umani. Knowledge of all tongue. Now you have allowed the magic to enter your heart, and the knowledge of all tongue, ever present but dormant, to guide your ears and your tongue.
I understand you. You speak English? Why didn't you just tell me straight away?
No, child. I do not speak English. I speak Naven, all tongue, the common language of Arcadia.
Arcadia? Wait a second. How did I get here? What is this place, and who the hell are you?
Oh, my manners have abandoned me yet again. I'm afraid my preoccupation with ancient texts and the company of my fellow fathers have left me unequipped with the grace of social intercourse.
Meaning what?
That I have been rude. My name, dear child, is Tobias Grensret, and I am the Vestrum of the Sentinel, the Order of the Balance, We are the fathers.
Okay. I'm April. April Ryan.
I take it this is your first shift, your first passage through the divide?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I guess this is my first shift.
Then I will explain everything. Someone must. You are without guidance, without a mentor?
Mentor? There's this guy Cortez. He assisted me, told me about magic and truth and dreams and portals. Crazy stuff. Well, it seemed crazy at the time, although now I don't...
Cortez? Ah, yes, Cortez. Very good, very good. Then come, let us proceed. Let me show you Mercuria, the grandest city of all ages. Explore Mercuria, April. See the sights, meet the people, and then, when you are ready, return to the temple. I will answer whatever questions you may have then.
Will I take real long? Okay, this isn't the section that murdered me. I think we can ass up. Hey, Western Tobias.
Excuse me, Vestrum Tobias?
Tobias. Just call me Tobias, please. I require no ceremony from a distinguished guest such as yourself. Did you enjoy the sights?
I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. Walking around out there, seeing with my own two eyes things that can't possibly exist. I kept thinking, it's all a dream. I'll wake up at any moment now and everything will return to normal. But then I realized, I'm still here. It's real. I can touch it. I can smell it. And you know what? It doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense here. Magic, alien creatures, parallel worlds. I don't believe in those things. I don't believe in fairy tales.
In your world, in Stark, there is no room for magic. That is, and always has been, the curse of science, the fallibility of logic and order. They leave no room for the imagination. If it does not fit into the narrow perception of the laws of nature that your world adheres to, it's a fairy tale. But then, magic has its downsides too. It's unpredictable. It invites chaos. It puts the balance in peril in a way that science alone never could.
I keep hearing about the balance and about Stark and Arcadia and... This is probably going to sound strange to you, but I'm clueless. I have no idea what this place is or what I'm doing here or... All I know is that something strange is happening in my world, I guess. I had dreams, and the dreams felt so real, and then things started happening in real life too. Things that couldn't happen, and
I think I will begin at the very beginning. I believe that is why you were sent here, to learn, to understand, to see for yourself. Like you said, you cannot believe in this place. Well, you will. After you have learned the truth, you will. Come with me, and I will tell you the story of Earth as your books never have. And when your eyes and ears are open to the truth, perhaps your mind will follow. We can only hope. Come.
My blood ass.
This is the true story of the balance, as observed by the Sentinel, the Order of the Balance, the Fathers. The Sentinel Minstrum committed this story to the pages of the scriptures and to these temple walls thousands of years ago, so that coming generations could learn and understand their past and their future. The wall paintings we are looking at became known as the murals of the balance, and it is through these images that I will recount our common history to you, April Ryan. The story begins and ends here, with this mural. Ages ago and in ages to come, the earth was one, and magic and science existed side by side in nature and in all people. There was balance, and there was harmony.
You're saying there was just one world then?
One world, one earth. Magic and science in balance with each other, within each and every living creature. The power to make the stars dance and to create life itself was within our grasp. But then, humankind began to exploit this divine power of two, and they saw fit to use it for their own selfish purposes. The balance of the cosmos was in peril. Unless something was done, unless man was humbled and learned to fear the power he wrought over cosmos, the twilight of chaos would fall upon Earth. It had happened before, in distant times and on distant worlds, and it would happen again. And every man, woman, and child of every people and every race would be devoured by the coming apocalypse. We were given a visitation then. The Drag Kin, having lived among us for untold generations, rose to offer their guidance and assistance in preserving the balance on our world.
The Drag? I think I've heard that name before.
Dragkin, Draken, Dragons, whichever name they go by, they remain the eternal servants and custodians of the balance. There were 4 of them here on Earth, and of the 4, one who would found the Order of the Balance, the Sentinel. The first Minstrum were instructed that magic and science would have to be separated before the balance collapsed and brought untold disaster. Earth would have to be split in 2 equal parts. Arcadia and Stark, magic and science, chaos and order. The first Sentinel were counted 13, 6 scientists, 6 magicians, and one who was between, the Dragkin, our mentor, our custodian, our learned guide. Both magic and science were needed to perform this most difficult of tasks, to split a world in 2, to create 2 worlds from one.
Wasn't the use of that kind of power dangerous to the balance?
Yes, and so for this purpose, they built a tower to channel their powers and focus them on the divide that they would create. The kin had brought a disc with them, a disc forged in the fire of their world. Placed at the base of the tower and the epicenter of the divide, the disc and the tower would become one, a conduit for the flow of magic and science. At the appointed hour, the 13 came to the tower, and with them a woman whose destiny was decided by the purpose to which she had been born. She would be the first guardian, the human protector of the balance, who would stay in the tower for 1,000 years to watch over the 2 worlds and to ensure that the flows of magic and science were always equal. And so the ritual began.
I like this. It's difficult.
One world
Build a
was
tower.
to become 2, separated by the balance,
Like Kojak?
and each world visible to the other only by way of dreams. Who was ushered into which world was not an arbitrary choice, nor one taken lightly. For the magical creatures, the choice was simple. They had to go to Arcadia, their kind would not survive in Stark. But for others, families were torn apart, lovers separated, and friends lost for all eternity. Encircled by the 12 and the One who would be Guardian, the disk at the base of the tower began to spin faster and faster as more and more power flowed through it, until it was a blur.
I think that was the thing in the intro that got
Darkness
stuck.
enveloped the tower, but the disk glowed brighter and brighter. Reality turned, and in one moment, a new reality had been created and 2 new worlds born. In the tower there was silence. The original disk had disappeared, and in its place was a smaller counterpart, a similar yet different disk. Around and outside the tower, the world looked different. They were now between Stark and Arcadia, between reality and dream. This was the realm of the Balance and of the Guardian, and it would be her home for the next 1,000 years. The One who was kin picked up the disk and said, "This disk is a counterpart to the original disk, which has now become this realm, and the key to which has been split and divided in 4. The key is the disk, and the disk is this realm." This mystified the 12, and the One who was kin continued, "Know only this: the Guardian's realm cannot be broken unless the disk is broken. But nor can it be repaired without the disk being repaired. The 4 pieces, that is the key, will be given to the 6 of you who are to be taken to Arcadia for safekeeping. Yet the key will never be complete," he went on, "without the precious stones that adorn each piece. I will keep 1, and my fellow kin the 3 others. Should the day come when this realm must be repaired, or the worlds reunited, and that day will come, you will assemble the disk, and the kin will come together one last time." With that, 6 of the 13 went to Arcadia, and 6 to Stark, and the One who would be Guardian ascended to the throne. Witness the mural, where her dreams and hopes, her very soul, were locked away in the disk. In service of the Balance, these traits were nothing but barriers. Through new eyes, the imbalance between the worlds was as clear as the stars themselves to the Guardian, and with one thought, she channeled chaos from Arcadia and logic from Stark into the disk, and redistributed the power wherever it was needed. A new era had begun, the era of the Guardian. After they left the tower, 2 of the Drakkin went to Stark, the other 2 to Arcadia. The 6 who came to each world started what is now known as the Sentinel, the Order of the Balance. But while in Arcadia the Sentinel thrived, in Stark they did not. In Stark, the memories of magic and the Balance could not survive in the face of the new reality of natural laws, of logic, and of science. And soon, very soon, Arcadia became nothing more than legend, a myth, tales of fairies to recount to impressionable children, and stories to frighten and entertain around a fire. And while dreams still brought sights and sounds of Arcadia to those asleep in Stark, they were discounted as mere dreams and nothing more.
So that's it? We forgot about our past and about Arcadia? And that's the way things are? Then what's wrong with that? And why does magic from Arcadia seem to have begun leaking through to Stark?
That is another long story. But I can tell that you are tired of stories, and so I shall be brief. As I told you, while in Arcadia, the Sentinel grew in numbers and in strength. In Stark, while flourishing for a brief time, they were soon diminished and powerless. Some of the Stark Sentinel did not take kindly to this, and they berated the Arcadian Sentinel for their politics and teachings. The Stark Sentinel wanted people to work towards reunification, while their brothers did not. So the inevitable soon came to pass, and the Stark Sentinel parted ways with their Arcadian brothers and named themselves the Vanguard. And while at first their philosophy was not so different from ours, over the years it changed radically. The Vanguard wanted the divide torn down, the worlds reunited, and the return to what they called the Glorious Ages, when humankind could control the forces of cosmos. But first they needed their own servant in charge of the balance, their own guardian. Now, every 1,000 years, a new guardian took the place of the old one, because no one can be separated from their souls for any longer than 1,000 years. Every 1,000 years, a new guardian was born. The balance provided the seed from which a new fruit grew. But now, it has been 200 years since the previous guardian, the 12th guardian, was to be replaced. Every new child born to the balance has been taken away by the Vanguard to be studied in an attempt to control them. In every instance so far, they have failed. But the 12th guardian could wait no longer. Only a short time ago, the disk in the tower shattered, and the guardian left his throne. The balance is now untended, and we have yet to find a new guardian. Unless we do so, the Vanguard may get their chance. And they may be able to place their own puppet on the throne to rule the balance according to their principles. And this we cannot allow. It will mean the end of Stark and Arcadia, and the dawn of an era of chaos. Now do you see?
I understand the history. I can even accept it. But I don't understand why I'm here and what Cortez wants with me.
The balance is in peril, April. The Guardian has abandoned his tower. He has disappeared, and there is no one to take his place. He must be reinstated to protect the balance until a new Guardian may be found.
And what can I do? I'm nobody. I've just been having a lot of bad dreams.
You are a strong shifter. I have not seen your like in my lifetime.
A shifter?
Someone capable of opening doors between worlds. A shift. A portal between the realms of Stark and Arcadia.
Are you kidding? I didn't do anything. Cortez was the one who opened the shift, and he just waved his hands around in the air. I don't think I'd be capable of opening a portal even if I had a magic wand.
Only a shifter's own power can allow her to travel. No one else can do this for her. Cortez only channeled your power to aid you. He would not be able to step through this shift himself.
Even if that's true, I don't have any control over my talent.
Not yet. But in time you will. How else do you intend to travel back to your world?
God, I hadn't even thought about that yet. Can't you help me?
I'm afraid not. Even if I could shift, I would not be able to channel through you like Cortez did.
So, I'm on my own?
If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them. But aside from that, yes, you are.
That's so not cool.
No, it has been unseasonably warm. If you don't mind, I will return to my studies now. Thank you for listening to an old man and his long stories.
No, thank you. It's starting to make a little bit of sense now.
That is good news. Come see me again if you have any more questions.
20 minutes of exposition. Very fine. Yeah, I mean, the Guardian man was 250 years overtime of being separated
Big
from his
surprise, I'm still here.
soul. So I don't think you can blame him for fucking off. I mean, what happens if you're without your soul for more than 1,000 years? He was, what, 1250? Yeah, get the Noden. Fucking, what's his name? Akbar's being a... Nicolo detonated on his own. I don't know, I mean... this happens sometimes. Bad
Excuse
diet.
me.
ate two wrong things in combination.
Do you know a man named Brian Westhouse?
Westhouse? That old goat? Yes, unfortunately. What would you with him?
I need to find him.
I do not know where he lives. I hear somewhere on the outskirts of the city by the sea, but I cannot tell you any more than that.
Well, I mean, the man said you can't be separated from your soul more than 1,000 years, and then proceeded to explain that the man had been separated from his soul from 1,250 years. So I don't know. I think they might have some very, very generous rounding going on in Arcadia.
Who'd know about Westhouse?
His whereabouts? I do not understand what you would with him. He is rude, uncultured, and ignorant.
Cortez told me to look him up.
Well, I do not know where he lives or frequents, but someone at the market may. He trades merchandise there, and I think he collects maps of the Northlands.
What a guy.
Who did you say I should see about Westhouse?
Yeah,
The
got
map
down.
merchant at the market may know. There is one thing I must tell you, however. Few would know Westhouse by his real name.
Rolling man.
In the city, he is known as the Rolling Man because of his strange two-wheeled vehicle. A most dreadful and dangerous contraption if I ever saw one.
Man's very afraid of the
A
Dutch.
bicycle?
Perhaps. It has a grotesque appearance, much like the Westhouse himself.
Hot damn.
What do you know about Cortez?
Your mentor? What has he told you about himself?
Not much. Nothing, in fact. He's a complete mystery to me.
To learn something about someone, the best way to go about it is to ask them yourself. There is nothing I can do to enlighten you.
But who is he?
He is who he is, what he is. If he has not told you himself, then perhaps he does not wish you to know. It would be improper for me to divulge his secrets.
You're as bad as he is. No offense. It's just frustrating.
I understand. The next time you see him, tell him what you have told me. Maybe he will tell you the truth, maybe he will not. It is his choice to make.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions about Arcadia?
I will try my best to answer any question you may have, April.
I attempt not to crash the game. If I use page up and page down while they're talking, it bins itself. So I've remapped my mute buttons to some other buttons, but I might instinctually ask it.
What's the history of Arcadia?
There is so much I do not know where to begin. In truth, it would be wiser to ask someone else, unless you wish to know about the Fathers, the Balance, or Mudhoppers.
Mudhoppers?
But Skipper.
My secret passion. I study them. They are a most fascinating species. Most fascinating indeed. But I am not practically versed in the intricacies of history, I'm sorry to say.
Goddamn. Goddamn. Walk outside and we're in fucking Cenozoic. Remat. April, you have returned to me.
What's Mercuria like?
I have lived in this city all my life, and still it amazes me what a diverse, exciting, and wonderful place it is. Many have called Mercuria the jewel of the Northlands, and they are right. But it is a diamond in the rough. A city this size can never be flawless. There are always shadows and people who hide in them. Lately the shadows have grown and darkened, and I fear for the future. But Mercuria is still a wonderful place to live.
What else can you tell me about Mercuria?
Mercuria is the capital of Ireed, the unified country, and we are located on the southern coast of the Northlands, halfway between Tyran and Khorasan. Between the Snapjaw and the Gaintbeast, some might call it. Between the embers and the fire. Yet democracy and peace have reigned for thousands of years now, and although relations may at times be strained with our Tyran neighbors,
Tyrant.
the High Council are masters of diplomacy.
Adam.
And Lord Igvandelen is a firm and just chief counselor of the Iridan flag.
Tell me a little about Ireed.
Ireed means both unification and assembly in High Tongue, and many still call Ireed the unified country, even though it is an age and a half since the lands of the north joined together in alliance. Ireed stretches from the plains of Nedra in the north to the Great Sea in the south, and from the territories of Tyrant in the west to the thick woodlands in the east. It is populated by humans and Dolmare, Tyrant and a number of other races. It is even said that a tribe of Venar have a ring of trees in Riverwood, though I am not sure that is anything but a myth.
What are the Northlands?
The Northlands is a collective term for all the lands north of the Great Sea and south of the border mountains, including Ireed, Tyrant, and Khorasan. Before, however, the word Northlands was used to describe this entire continent, including the territories north of the mountains and the icy wastes beyond that. Some still prefer the latter interpretation of the name, and to the people of the Southlands, anyone hailing from north of the Great Sea is a Northlander regardless.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could assist you.
How am I supposed to get back to Stark?
The only way to get back is through a shift. You are a shifter, April, and the power to travel between worlds is within you.
It might be within me,
Shitter.
but it
I
doesn't
pressed the
look
wrong
like it's
button
coming out
there.
anytime
Luckily
soon.
it didn't crash.
I wish I could help you, but I cannot. You must find the path on your own.
I'll see you later.
You will? If you say so, then it must be true.
Place Boyce very carefully in her little bed. Oh no. Oh, I just pressed P. That's the pause button. Oh, shit. Oh no. I think I don't remember much about this game. Like, I remember Stark and Arcadia. I remember almost dying the first time I had to sit through all this exposition. But then again, I did all of it in one go up until that point. So having had the break since yesterday, it made it a little easier. It was not bad. I remember a few things, most of which have already happened. But I think there are some very fine creatures and men out here for us to converse with. I don't remember much though. I remember the Gribbler. I'll just leave it at that. We'll get to that though.
Quaint, and they go with the general decor of the place.
And always the thing I think of whenever Halloween mentions the Gribbler. You will all see the Gribbler
Enormous satin drapes.
at some point, so let's not say anything more about that. Whiffle. We need to find Metamok, learn how to fight, so we may kick like a mule. Got some music going.
The whole fountain's been carved in one piece from a granite-like material. Very impressive.
How the fuck did she just pronounce granite? Jesus Christ. April, goddamn. Let's go look at the stalls. Thanks. Fucking Tyron. Creatures. Fuck yes. Gun pass.
In a world without the screen, that's what passes for entertainment. And it's pretty darn good.
Your best mate's a dancer, don't ask. Cups handler. Hold on.
Wonder if that's supposed to be anybody in particular, or just any old head. My intuition tells me
Maps!
that he sells maps.
Everyone wears
Maps,
such
I got
weird clothes.
maps. Can I interest you in a map, miss? Top-notch, hand-drawn in quality ink by skilled sunwriters. Ain't no better in all the Northlands.
Sunriders, hamelo soyo.
How much are your maps?
That depends, miss. I got a very nice one here of the border mountains for only 6. Aaron's fresh from the quill of a sunrider. Maps, get your maps here.
Do you sell maps of the city?
Can't help you there, miss. The Guild of Tourism has monopoly on city maps. I can tell you're not from around here, or you'd know that. Got tons of maps of all the Northlands, though, from the city of Tyron to the Bay of Fire. Maps!
Where can I find the Guild of Tourism?
They're closed for the holidays.
Sure, that makes sense.
Mouse, I believe, head of the Tyrant.
I'm looking for Brian Westhouse.
Briar west of house? It's not on any of my maps, and I've never heard of it. Maps!
It's a man, not a place, Mr. Brian Westhouse.
I would most certainly remember a name as queer as that, and I don't. Get your maps while they're fresh.
Perishable maps.
Can you tell me where the Rolling Man lives?
Maybe, maybe not. Why?
Because I need to find him.
Sorry, guild rules. I'm not allowed to divulge any personal information about my customers. Maps!
I really need to know where the Rolling Man lives.
Sorry, can't do.
Please? Pretty please?
No, 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 young lady. Don't give me that doe-eyed look. Don't. Blasted be the balance. You're giving me that doe-eyed look, aren't you?
This man's eyebrow game
I
is...
still can't tell
Go
you,
down.
though. I got maps.
Fuck, he boozled me.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes, maps.
Yes, you mind, or yes...
Do you know Vestrum Tobias?
Everyone knows Vestrum Tobias, girl. He's been an important part of this city for as long as I can remember.
What can you tell me about him?
The Vestrum is an honorable man, but a conservative one, and I don't know if he still has the best interests of the people at heart. Sometimes I think he worries too much about custom. The Sentinel have been our so-called protectors and keepers of the balance for so long we don't even think of it anymore. But now that the Vanguard are introducing a new way of thinking, new philosophies, I'm afraid the Sentinel will find their power diminished before too long. Their resistance to change will be their downfall. Mark my words, their downfall for certain. And Tobias, honorable man that he is, will be remembered as the captain who went down with his ship.
No maps after that. Goddamn, also reminds me, like, people in Stark dream of Arcadia, but the opposite must also be true. Just imagine living in Fantasyland and you have a weird dream about something you don't quite understand, but it's just waiting in queue for 12 hours at the DMV office.
How do you get along with your neighbors?
The Cups handler? Stay away from him, miss. He takes great joy in robbing people's purses. You can't beat him, not without magic, and he doesn't allow magic at his table.
How would he know if I did use magic?
Oh, he's got one of those blasted talismans. They're always digging up magical artifacts in Shagagriel, and they sell them to dogs like him for a silver coin or two. Get a proper job, you son of a mole!
But he looks extremely trustworthy with that hat. Like, this hat screams salt of the earth, may moonlight as a turnip. This hat screams, God damn.
What do you know about Stark?
Land of wonders, strange customs, and machinery. Ah, to be in Stark. I'd give my right leg. Well, perhaps not my right leg as such. You really need two sturdy legs to stand on in this business, or you'll find yourself... yes, a grand place indeed, free of this blasted, chaotic, unpredictable magic. Does no good to anyone. Now, machines built by man, controlled by man, in servitude of man. That's the future, isn't it? Yes, the Vanguard may be a little unorthodox in their methods and teachings, but they're right about one thing. Stark and Arcadia belong together, not apart.
I think someone wants all the maps to change so he can sell them again. It's interesting that in Arcadia they know about Stark, but not the other way around. Well, again, I guess it's sort of in their nature to believe things.
What's Arcadia like?
What can I say about a whole world, girl? It's a beautiful place for sure, but we're stuck in the past. We don't look ahead, not like our cousins in Stark. Magic is all well and good, but it won't bring our world into the modern age, and Arcadia is untamed. It's wild and unpredictable. Good for the map business, sure, but not so good for productivity and expansion. No, some people may consider our world a paradise. The Sentinel, for one, they'd prefer to keep it just the way it is. Me, I'd like to see some changes, and fast.
Thanks for your help.
Maps!
Yeah, I mean, he did say that, but it's kind of like not forgetting about something that was that long ago and actively knowing a bunch about it are kind of different things. So I'm guessing they get schooled.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes, maps!
Thanks for your help.
Maps!
This man knows 100%
No maps for
what
me
he's
today,
about.
Thanks.
Fair enough, miss, but don't expect me to come running to your aid if you ever get lost in Riverwood. Without my maps, you'll probably end up a mole's dinner or worse. Maps?
Maps. Wonder if there's a banan merchant. Any wench. Birdie.
What a sorry-looking bird.
Hey, you don't look too polished yourself, lady.
Oops, I didn't know you could talk.
Didn't look as if you could talk either.
It's a talking bird. That's a particularly sleazy-looking merchant. I wonder what he's selling.
Want to test your skill and perception with a game of cups? There are prizes to be won!
Fuck yeah. Yeah, the fucking ill incineration.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Time is money, so make it quick.
What do you know about Vestrum Tobias?
Vestron Tobias, eh? The High Priest of the Sentinel himself. Did you know they call themselves the Fathers? What a joke. When was the last time they did anything for us, the people? No. They are only interested in sticking with their outdated customs and keeping their secrets under lock. I'm getting more and more inclined to listen to these new people, the Vanguard. Their ideas appeal to me. They may be radical, but we're past due for a change. Only thing I don't wholly approve of is their alliance with the Tyrant. Filthy, dangerous people. But the Vanguard seem to have them under control, so I'm not too worried. I wish they wouldn't allow them into the city, though.
How do you get along with your neighbor?
The maps merchant? We've faced each other for 6 years now, every single day, and he never speaks a word to me except to insult me. Nose high in the sky, calls me a charlatan, as if he's the guardian himself. You no good oversized bag of wind?
Do you know anything about Stark?
Not much. I'm not too sure if I even believe in the place. I mean, you hear the stories and you read the books. Well, I don't, but some do. A place where there's no magic, only science? Sounds like a bloody paradise, doesn't it? I mean, with my, skills, I could make a killing in a place like that.
God damn. Okay, so there's books. I wonder how far back those books go. Because Stark likely has a lot of shit has happened there since they forgot about it. They got their new information if there was, well, even in the modern age back then.
What's Arcadia like?
What a queer question that is. What's the world like? It's big, for one, and too expensive. And they should ban Dalmari women from gambling because I swear, they have a second sight.
Thanks.
Now, how about a game of cups?
Yeah, science was cray-cray that long ago.
What can I win?
Well, there's coin, of course. Double your bet or choose from a wide variety of exotic prizes. Like this antique Domari canter from Gien. A superb replica of Mount Tyranny cast in pure solid iron. A magic walnut from the once glorious island kingdom of Ansiel. And this, unique bird. Get me out of here! Keep your beak shut, you scraggly piece of... And he talks! Great for feasts and for the amusement of infants. He's our top prize, a real keeper.
How do I play?
You put your coin down on the table. I put a cup on top of it and shuffle it around with the other 2 cups. And all you have to do is guess which one hides your coin. And remember, no magic used and none allowed. This amulet right here will light up if you use magic. Then you'll be banned. For life!
Sorry, but I'm broke.
May the balance bring coin to your pocket, young lady, so that you may return to me and invest it in a game of cups.
God damn.
It's the traditional game of cups in which you stand no chance of ever winning. The fun part is seeing just how much you can possibly lose in one go. It's a cups game.
Cope game. What does this guy sell again? Off I turned them. Wait. City. City for Lord. Marketplace. City gates. Fine place.
Stout guardians of the city. Wooden, but stout. And that blue fire is way cool.
Hardcore. Fisk merchant. Come get your Fisky objects.
The walls look ancient. Arcuria must be at least as old as anything back in the real... in my world. This guy's selling musical instruments. Most of these I don't even recognize. But he's got a drum in there and what looks like half a guitar and a couple of dried rabbit carcasses. Ugh.
I believe the term is karkai.
He's selling musical instruments.
Ding-a-ling-a-ding,
I'm
ping.
not in the market for an instrument at this particular moment. Still, good to know where to get one in case of a musical emergency.
Fucking got music right here. Nah.
It's Constable Guybrush. My toy, Ape.
Damn it, I can't Guybrush him. Fuck.
This lady's selling fresh fish. I've never seen fish like this before. But if it's wet and has fins, fish it is. Those guys must be part of the City Watch. They look a hell of a lot more intimidating than the Newport cops, despite the lack of an exoskeleton.
Get to guard the objects. Hold on. Let me figure out, please, Cybert. I'm lucky enough to have remembered enough to be able to play game twice without remember first.
This guy's selling lobsters, crabs, eels, and... What the hell is that purple thing? That is so not appetizing.
Are you gonna indulge in the local delicacy?
He's selling a variety of fresh shellfish and other,
Taiwan.
delicacies. He's selling a variety of fresh shellfish and other, delicacies.
Dark Lord. Some sort of fisk? Weird demone eel?
Blue fire. It's either propane or magic. I'm guessing the latter.
Propagic? Ship Lighthouse? Small pier?
The size of these galleons is truly breathtaking. And there are dozens of them, not to mention a number of smaller vessels.
Very finely looking.
Mercuria must be a very important and very busy port.
The fuck? That's his head, not a hat. God damn, what a creature. So, but in general, how many of those decisions are there, like with watching TV and stuff? I do not remember any of that. I think I always just assumed I got what was available. It's a common thing.
It's a lighthouse. The blue fire's burning bright, a safe beacon for weary sailors, and a magnet for flowery prose.
I hope this guy is like the Talon sailor guy.
I wouldn't feel too comfortable about sailing anywhere in that. It's like a toy boat for children.
It's a magnificent vessel. Oh, I see.
The old man and
We're
the,
blinding it, NP.
ocean? Looks like a lifetime at sea has left its tracks on him.
You might want to consider waiting until you be out of earshot before you badmouth me.
Damn it, April, you keep doing that.
Hello, old man.
I got me no treasure, and I got me no map of no buried treasure. I just be an old sailor with no ship, so leave us be.
Mellowest man, I wonder what he would say if I came here before I understood shit.
What are you doing?
Mending nets, of course. What'd it look like I be doing?
I'm not well versed in maritime customs.
Mar what? Ah, yez mean sea life, dear not. Ah, the smell of the salty sea the lapping of waves on your ship, the spray of cold water on your face, plump maidens in every part. Aye, I tell yez, I be having stories about the sea.
Oh boy, sea stories. Oh, I see.
Care to share some of your maritime stories with me?
Mar what? Ah, tales of the sea, right? Sure, sweetie, I be happy to. Now, what stories be you wanted to hear then?
Any tale of your exciting adventures will do.
I be having plenty of tales to tell. There be the tale of me adventures in the Baksheevan Empire, if you'd be interested. It'd be a tale of grand romance, just up your alley, be sure of it.
Sure, that sounds like a fine story.
Aye. It be near on 50 years ago that I was a mate on a sturdy old lady called the Three-Legged Whore.
The what?
What do I be saying? She was called the Thrifty Horse, she was. Aye, that be her name. The Whittle Whatsit.
You don't remember the ship's name, do you?
Anyways, I be a young mate then, and we be anchored in Monterba, the grand western port of the once glorious Baksheevan Empire. I be having ship leave until the following evening, and it be me first visit to that exotic and dangerous port. So I sets out to have a look around. Now, bear in mind that Monterba be ruled by a mock, like all large Baksheevan cities. In principle, the mock be having to report to and pay half of all taxes to the emperor in Port Altaban. But with the Baksheevan Empire having all but crumbled into pieces, the provinces do be having the power to do pretty much as they be wanting. And so I sets out on me own that day to explore the city. Now, bear in mind that all the cities of the Southlands, and that be me adventures in the once glorious empire of Bakshiva, and that be how I meet me bird, how I seduce and romance the mock's daughter, how I be chased from Monterba by the mock's soldiers, and how I be the first man to walk across the desert of Shangagriel, the wastelands, and how I be getting this awful rash on. Girl, you do not be sleeping, do you?
What? What? Sleeping? No. Just concentrating really hard. Good story, though. Solid material. Ever considered doing a book?
Aye, but the agents in Marcuria be bloodthirsty vampires with no thought but to milk your life's blood.
Oh, so they take an outrageous commission, then?
No, they actually be bloodthirsty vampires with a penchant for biting your neck when you ain't be looking.
Huh.
Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of these people do much voice acting beyond this, according to what I looked at. Like, most of them is this Longest Journey 1 and 2, and some of them did some Rockstar games, and then that's about it. This guy sounds a lot like Bourgeoisie, but I don't think it is.
I'd love to hear some more maritime stories.
Sure, sweetie, I'd be happy to. What story you be wanting to hear now?
Any tale of your exciting adventures will do.
You want more? Damn be me wooden left ankle. I be having a great old tale to tell yez about how I be coming to have me wooden pecker. It all began...
You know what? On second thought, forget about it.
Ah,
Reminds me of that Olaf where the captain, the pirate captain, has accidentally put his peg leg on instead of his wooden knob, and he's like, "Arr, I'm horny." All right, angled saxophone, 99, yeah. Funcom have always been really good at stuff like that.
I'd love to hear some more maritime stories.
Sure, sweetie, I'd be happy to. What story you be wanting to hear now?
Any tale of your exciting adventures will do.
You want more? Damn be me wooden left ankle. I be having a great...
You know what?
Ah.
What have you got in that chest?
What chest?
The one you're sitting on.
Oh, that be no chest, girl. That be me stool. Aye, me stool, carved into the uncanny likeness of a chest.
But what's in it?
No priceless treasure, that be for sure. Nothing at all. It be empty.
What's in the box?
No, really. What's in the chest?
Oh, live snakes. Aye, snakes that'll bite your face off before you have time to jump. Better leave them be, then.
I'm still curious about that chest.
Right. I be telling yous, curse the balance, girl. You never give up, do you? I be having no real treasure in here, like I told ye. But it be where I keep me personal articles and things I be picking up now and then on me travels. And me bed, it's where I be keeping me bed before I be losing him. I be a stupid old man. He be my best friend. I ain't nobody else around to talk to, you see, on account of him being a talking bird.
God, yeah, this actually is 2 years before Anarchy Online. So they can't reuse models from a game they haven't made yet. God damn.
What happened to your talking bird?
I be cheated out of him. Aye, that cups handler on the marketplace be cheating me in a full game of cups, and I be having to give me bird up to try to win me money back.
And what happened?
He be taking me bird when I be choosing the wrong cup. Aye, my best friend taken from me. Cursed be the balance. I be all lonesome now. The worst part is that me bird is now a prize to be won. A prize in the cups game. Beat the handler thrice and you win a prize of your choice, me poor bird.
What's your bird's name?
Bird.
Oh. I'd better get going.
Ah, yous young'uns be always running round. Everything be so
Oh, man.
important. Yous be having no time to sit down and take a breath. So go. Be not wasting your time here with me.
Don't sulk. Fine man, this guy. Nice fellow.
It's just a boring old non-treasure chest.
Hey.
Assorted cargo. It's a small ship or boat. I don't know the difference. Is there a difference? Judging by his ungainly stance, I'd say he's a mariner pining for the sea. Ahoy there, matey!
Pardon?
Isn't that how you sailors greet each other?
No.
What do you say then?
Usually, hello. And if it's sunny, nice day for it. We might even try a how are you today then, if we're feeling adventurous. But never, ever, ahoy.
This is valuable information.
Aye, matey, that it be.
Why aren't you out at sea?
Do you see the sail on that barge over there?
Yes.
Is it flapping?
What?
Is it flapping? Is the sail flapping in the wind?
No.
And why is that then?
Because it's not windy?
Exactly.
Well, can't you just use oars or something?
Oh, what an excellent idea. Now, why didn't we think of that? Of course. Oars! By Jaw's stunted left arm, that's it. Why have we been moored to the dock for a month with our merchandise dropping in value when we could have just rowed our way to Guienne?
Are you being sarcastic?
Sarcastic? Me? What in Jaw's name makes you think that?
How long's it been since the last wind?
Near a month. Ever since that accursed alchemist put some kind of spell on the wind. The Moja'll be cursed if I know why. But it's a bloody catastrophe. I've sent some good people of mine up north to deal with him. But not one has returned. Now the Areed High Council speak of sending an entire army platoon to sort him out. But I'm afraid that just might piss him off.
That's not very specific, Anglo-Saxophone.
Who's this alchemist who cast a spell on the wind?
I believe his name is Clax. Roper Clax. Lives in a bloody rock somewhere up north, beyond Riverwood.
Thanks for the chat.
Aye.
We can probably guess the game for you if you can think of more detail. Hmm? Oh. And a French lady. More pertinent information would be what kind of game it was. Was it first-person adventure? Was it thingy? What kind of ass were we dealing with?
It's a talking bird.
Oh wait, no, I don't have any money.
Maps!
God damn, that was lucky.
Please tell me where the Rolling Man lives.
No, can't do, miss. I can't divulge personal information about my customers.
Oh, this works now.
You're late again, and you know what else? You're fired! Give me back the delivery list and get your sorry blue skin elsewhere! Hired hell. Bah! Never hire a Dolmari to do a human job.
God damn. Fucking racist.
What are you gonna do now without a delivery boy?
Hire a new one, of course. Blasted be the balance. That means I'll have to pay the damn fee to the Guild of Merchants. Damnation!
Maybe I could help you out.
You? How?
I'm quick, honest, and reliable, and I've got a lot of experience in the service industry.
Perhaps a female errand boy. It could work. if the Guild of Merchants don't find out.
I won't tell them if you don't.
Mind, the pay is not much, only a single errand per delivery, plus whatever tip the customer may see fit to give you.
I'll take the job, if you want me.
Agreed. Maybe you'll even bring in some new business. Here's the delivery list for today and your first map. It's for the captain of the White Dragon. Nebeve, I think his name is. You'll find him in the harbor.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, and remember to have the customer sign the delivery list. The guild are sticklers for protocol. No signature, no money, no new jobs.
Bye now.
Fuck.
Maps, fresh, detailed, life-saving maps.
Fine, man.
It's a map of the Sea of Songs. I was told to deliver it to Captain Horatio Nebeve.
God damn.
One map of the Sea of Songs to Captain Horatio Nebeve of the White Dragon. Interesting spelling.
What a text.
A map of Shengegrial. Changangrial? Why can't these magical worlds have place names like Boston, London, or Kansas City? It's always like Loth this and Irid that. Like, cut back on the consonants already.
Yeah, this is probably because we're using the upscale stuff. So the resolution makes the text kind of hard to ask.
A map of the wasteland to the Rolling Man. One map of the Northlands to be delivered to Tonlyak at the Journeyman Inn.
Rolling Man.
Nice day for it.
Not really, no.
Is this the White Dragon?
That's what the big white letters on the prow spell out. What do you think?
I'm looking for the captain. Is he around?
What would you with the captain of the White Dragon?
I have a delivery for him, a map from the map merchant at the Temple Market.
Aye. I be Captain Horatio Nebeve of the White Dragon, fastest vessel there ever was.
Provided
Hand the map over, girl. With Jarl's blessing, the wind will return soon, and I can leave this accursed harbor for sunnier shores.
Sunnier than here, Jesus fuck. You got a sign.
Thank you. There's an errand for your trouble.
Do we get him to sign?
How are you today, then?
Like you care.
Bye.
Penis.
It's a single iron coin.
Ah. That's a bit weird. I'm gonna buy myself a Fisk. Oh.
What the hell kind of animal is that?
It's probably a chicken. Even my dad has a skull.
It's kind of unsettling to be so aware of myself all the time.
I save and attempt to win.
How about a game of cups today?
How do I play?
You put your coin down on the table. I put a cup on top of it and shuffled it around with the other 2 cups. And all you have to do is guess which one hides your coin. And remember, no magic used and none allowed. This amulet right here will light up if you use magic. Then you'll be banned. For life!
Oh, damn.
How do I play?
You put your coin down on the table. I put a cup on top of it and shuffled it around with the other 2 cups. And all you have to do is guess which one hides your coin.
Oh, damn.
And remember, no magic used and none allowed. This amulet right here will light up if you use magic. Then you'll be banned. For life!
Maybe.
Okay, let's go.
Just place your bet, investment, on the table and the game will begin.
Coin Lord.
And waste the only coin I have? I think not.
Damn it. The guy didn't sign the thing, but maybe he did. I don't know.
I'm ready for my next job, sir.
Yes, good. Did you get the captain's signature?
No.
Blasted be the balance, you're no better than that Ulan. I'm almost sorry I fired him. Get to it, girl. Don't stand around here wasting my time. Get his signature. The guild will skin me alive if my records don't hold up.
Do a good map on your skin. Yeah, always when they say, do you want to pick the other cup, then you say yes, then you win.
Hello. Bye.
He doesn't even want to talk about signing the fucking thing. I guess this is the thing he needs to sign.
Sign this, please.
What is it?
I need your signature to confirm that you've received the map.
Map? What map?
The one I just gave you.
Oh, that one. Sorry, I never put my signature on a piece of paper.
Why not?
Brings bad luck to give a piece of yourself in that manner. A signature has untold powers. It's part of your soul. I can't sign away my soul.
Who told you that signing a slip of paper is bad for your soul?
I'm from Gien, and we're a spiritual people. Our souls are in balance with our bodies, and the great Mojal has taught us not to endanger this balance. Signing my name, giving a piece of myself in that manner, breeds corruption and imbalance within. And it pisses the Mojal off no end.
And that's why you choose to make my life difficult?
Hey, blame organized religion.
You can't write, can you?
Pardon?
That's what this is all about. You can't write.
So what? So what if I can't write? So what if I was born at sea and never spent more than a month ashore ever since?
Son of a gun.
I still won't sign your accursed paper, by Jal.
Look, all you have to do is sign an X next to your name on the list.
You can't trick the great Mojal. The Mojal's untrickable.
That's not trickery. It's legally binding.
I said no.
Then give me the map back, you twat.
Is there anything I can do to get you to sign?
No. Well, yes. But no.
Look, Captain, I'm desperate here. I really, really need some kind of signature.
Well, there's always music.
What's music got to do with you signing my list?
Nothing, but it distracts the Mojal.
What are you talking about? Why would you need to distract the Mojal?
I can't sign when there's a chance the Mojal is watching. Music distracts the Mojal. Ergo, I can sign.
But doesn't that mean the Mojal is always distracted? I mean, there's always music somewhere in the world.
The Mojal has an eye and an ear for every acolyte, and straying from the path can bring great wrath upon us.
Granted, I know very little of the Mojal, but seriously, maybe you should look into alternative religions.
Blasphemy! Besides, I only have to visit the temple once every 2 years, and the membership fees are quite reasonable.
God damn it. Then the thing would know about your plan.
So, if I play some music, you'll sign?
Aye. I'll give you that much.
I'll be back.
I don't doubt it for a second.
We are probably very good at music. A fucking instrument from the instrument seller. I hope it'll be a flute. Ow. Clack clack pow, my neck goes. Oh, she ran to that one.
What's your, most affordable instrument? That's cute. The flute, right? And how much for the
Yes.
flute? I'm guessing that's 1 Aaron?
Something like that. What an obnoxious merchant.
I'll have the flute. That's 1 Aaron, isn't it?
I could have guy-brushed for him. I should just have fucking doing the monkey. I should try that.
As luck
See
would
if he...
have it, I actually know how to play a flute. Not very well, but I'm sure the, Mojal won't mind.
God damn. Oh, you're the sweet. Saxophone, you gotta understand. Dolotai kezuka. Vatamayon ganda. Milia yod sankra. Something ulukai lepta boive. The Gobsov. Aww. Good man, Ono. Let's fucking play the flute. Fuck yeah. Bastard. Sign it now.
I'm ready to play some music if you're ready to sign.
Aye, go on, but don't stop until I'm done signing, or the Mojal will surely wreak vengeance on us both.
Man struggles.
Done. Here you go. And don't ever ask me to sign anything ever again.
I can pretty much guarantee you that.
That was... I don't want to say much better than Adam of Mo, because Adam of Mo was absolutely fantastic at his flutery. But she knew how to play that. Yeah, we kept the flute. Tyrant is a place in this. Oh no, Carlo exploded. Who would have expected this outcome? Lovely man, Carlo. Pima.
Right. Your next assignment is a map of Shangagriel to the Rolling Man. Hold on. Did you not ask me about him earlier today?
No, that wasn't me. That was somebody else.
I could have sworn. Well, no matter. Do you know how to get to the Rolling Man's house?
I forget.
Let me explain then. Now, pay attention because this is complicated. He has chosen to live in the most inaccessible place in the city, but I guess he has his reasons. First, you head west off the marketplace on Oak until you get to a tiny little apothecary, Mrs. Cassop's Herbs and Oils, where you turn north on South Street. Confusing that, for about 4 minutes of brisk walking. That's when you see a large grove of trees. It's a memorial to those who died in the last war with the tyrant back the balance knows when. Can't see why they choose to remind us of that, where you'll turn left.
That's west?
No, left. That'll take you back south, but onto North Street instead. And that keeps you out of the Dalmari neighborhood. Down that way, nasty, nasty neighborhoods. Keep walking south for about, or was that north? Wait, north on South Street, south on North Street, or the other way around. Anyway, find the Rose Bridge off Iread Avenue and cross it.
There's a river?
No, just a bridge. The river disappeared 500 years ago. No one knows what happened to it. After you've crossed the bridge, you'll be on the western slopes of Marcuria.
And that's where West House... I mean, the Rolling Man lives.
No, far from it, but you need to pass through that part of Marcuria to get to the Rolling Man. Keep south and watch out for the livestock. They're likely to attack in that part of town. Eventually you'll get to a large circular square. That's where they used to hold executions back when the city was civilized.
You call murder civilized?
Better than locking people up for years, as any level-headed person would tell you. Our freedom cannot be curtailed. Real men choose the honor of death to the shame of incarceration.
Yeah, sure you do.
Circle around the square and head down Tandak for half a mile. Or should that be Parrock Lane? Yes, Parrock Lane. Head west on Parrock Lane for half a mile. Then turn right at the Maiden's Honor Tavern.
North again?
No, west. Parrock Lane has a few twists and turns. Anyway, you should now be able to see the Ivory Tower.
Is it a big tower?
No, only about 5 feet tall, but it's ivory, straight from the coast of the Southlands, bravely cut from the drooling jaws of the gruesome Kandar.
Big creature, 4 legs, large ears, long snout, sort of grayish in color?
Yes, the horror of the Southlands. Many a brave hunter has fallen victim to its ravaging hunger.
Good grief. Okay, then what?
Pass by the tower to the edge of the cliff and look down. The Rolling Man has built his home on the cliffside. It's a wonder he's not been washed away by the storms.
I hope I got all that. Basically, go west until I hit the edge, right?
Yes, that would be correct.
Wonderful. Yeah, I think we're in America somewhere. Somewhere called, what, Westport? Westport, Venice? Fucking Solanco. Solanco wasn't a tumor though, was he? Solanco was just some guy that was not very dressed in the Freeport's where Blade hangs out. Solanco's in the woods. Corvid of there. West House.
great view. Back home, a place like this would easily set you back tens of millions. Here, it's probably free.
A free view.
It's a brown, slightly cloudy liquor.
Yeah, we're in parallel magic land now.
I can't hold my liquor. I'll be spending the rest of the day doubled over, staring into the ocean, and, I'll just not have any. That's probably Mr. Westhouse. Hello, Mr. Westhouse?
Damn, Nation, what is it now? Oh, guess you're not calling on behalf of that son of a bitch Sanya, are you?
Sorry, I don't know who...
No, that's very unlikely. From what I hear, he doesn't much enjoy the company of women. Well, who in damnation are you?
April Ryan, sir.
Ryan? Doesn't sound very Northlandian. Are you by any chance from the coast of... Yeah, hold on. Ryan? April Ryan? I'll be damned. You're from Stark.
Apparently. Until today, I thought I was just from Earth. I had no idea there were two of them.
Takes you by surprise, doesn't it? Well, goddamn. Sit down, Miss Ryan. Let me get you a drink. The liquor over here stinks to high heaven. Magic pollutes the purity of the spirit, but I keep a bottle of Glenfiddich for special occasions.
Thanks for the offer, sir, but I didn't come here to have a drink.
Really? I see. This isn't a social call.
No, sorry.
Oh, no matter. It's still a pleasant surprise to meet someone from home. Now... what may I do for you?
I have a delivery for you.
A delivery? When did the U.S. Postal Service start delivering mail to Arcadia?
It's from the map merchant at the market. It's just a map.
Oh, good. I've been waiting for you. Hold your horses. What are you doing working for the Guild? Are you planning on staying in Marcuria? I'd strongly advise against it, Miss Ryan. Arcadia may look like a pastoral fairy tale realm, but it's not. You bleed as easily here as you do in Stark, and magic can do more damage than a gun.
I'm not planning on staying, but I had to find you. The map merchant was the only one who knew where you lived, and he wouldn't tell me. So I got him to hire me, and you were the second delivery on my list.
Gods. Carrick and his misguided loyalty. I'll have a word with the man. Thanks for the map, though. I collect them. There's not much else to do in this godforsaken city.
Cortez told me to look you up.
He did he? I see. Who's Cortez?
You don't know him?
I think not. I'd certainly remember. Did you say Cortez? You wouldn't be talking about old Manny Chavez, would you? Well, he ought to be dead by now, but then, by all rights, so should I.
I don't know his first name, but he calls himself Cortez.
Tall fellow, mysterious and elusive, rarely answers a question with a simple yes or no. Smokes like a chimney?
Aside from that bit about smoking like a chimney, it sounds exactly like Cortez.
Manny. I'll be damned. That old crook is still around. Well, how the devil is he?
He's good. Where do you know him from?
Oh, my old life back in Stark. We had some exciting adventures, him and I. Actually, he's part of the reason I ended up here. I last saw him in the winter of 1934.
But that's almost 300 years ago.
Yeah. Funny, isn't it? And I'm sure he doesn't look a day older than he did back then. The handsome devil.
Well, if I'm going to accept magic in parallel worlds, I might as well accept people living 300 years.
Oh, no, you misunderstand. I'm only 46. I arrived here about 15 years ago, but I left Stark in 1934. Between the worlds, where you dream time has little meaning, I was trapped, you see, for quite a while.
For 300 years?
Time went by pretty fast. It didn't seem so bad at the time, but now that you mention it, 300 years, quite disconcerting, really. Quite disconcerting.
God damn. Well, lucky he came out in time to meet us, I guess. I wonder if Cortez would know that. I mean, if there's any communication between us.
How did you end up here in Marcuria?
That's quite a story. I won't bore you with the details, but suffice it to say, I was always somewhat of an adventurer. The promise of virgin territory untouched by civilization held great sway with me in my youth, as did the idea of a highly spiritual state of mind, the occult, magic, karma. I was born in 1902 in Boston. By the time I was 17, I'd put that life behind me. I spent the next 3 years at sea, and then I wandered around Europe for a time. In the early 30s, the 1930s, of course, I found myself in India working as a journalist. That's where I met Manny, and that's where I first heard of Arcadia. I was amazed and quite skeptical at first, but the thought of a whole new world to see and magic... I was a fool, of course, but who knew where my curiosity would bring me?
So what happened in India?
I've tried to forget about it, to be honest. If I could go back and convince myself not to... but I still wouldn't have listened, of course. The unknown attracts. I ended up in Tibet in the winter of 34, wading through snow up to my chest, thinking for sure that this was it. I was going to die. Manny pulled me out of that one, thank God. I spent 3 months in a monastery before pushing on into the void. There's only one way for a non-shifter to pass through the divide, and it's not an easy road to take. Now, if you don't mind, I'd prefer not to talk about the past anymore. There's more than enough to worry about in the present.
Cortez said to look you up when I wanted to go back home, to Stark.
Now, why would he say that? I'm not a shifter, and I don't know any magic. I'm sorry, Miss Ryan, but you'd be better off asking the Sentinel priests for assistance.
Already did. They said I was on my own, that they couldn't help me.
Bloody typical. Those reactionary fools wouldn't extend a hand to help a drowning man if it violated the principles of their bloody balance. But I can't think why Manny would tell you to visit me in order to shift home. It just doesn't make sense.
I should get going.
Very well. You're welcome back at any time, Miss Ryan. Any time.
Probably wants us to
Thank you,
get
sir.
drunk.
I'll remember that.
It's like, go see Westhouse. Easiest way of getting drunk. You can't help beyond that. Just fucking... Westlife, yeah. Did I say Westlife?
No, I can't hold down strong liquor. Sign this, please. It's just to confirm that I made the delivery.
Certainly.
What a nice man. Very rum diaries.
Hello, Mr. Westhouse?
Back again so
I
soon,
like the
Miss
little
Ryan?
shake when he drinks his piss. He goes again. Shake. Ugh.
I should get going.
All right.
Fucking Scott Dazzle. He's dead though. We need rum. I already gave him the thing.
That'd be just rude. That'd be just rude.
Hey, Brian.
Hold on 1 second, Miss Ryan. I just remembered something. It's such a long time ago, I'd almost forgotten, but Manny did give me something that might be of interest.
What is it?
It's a pocket watch. Manny gave it to me the last time I saw him. I never quite understood why, but maybe you can tell me.
Did he say anything about it?
Tell the time?
He said that when his heart started beating again, he would know. It would be like a message in Morse code, a beacon. Damn watch never worked, and the winding mechanism is broken, so it's probably not worth much. You're welcome to it if it's any help.
Thanks.
Time. Mind if I fuck around in your attic?
It's an antique pocket watch. It's not ticking. The knob used for winding the watch seems to have broken off, and there's only a tiny hole left.
Weird. This thing shouldn't be able to spin anything.
If I insert this pin carefully into the hole, like so, and then slowly wind it. It worked! It's ticking!
You wanna go home?
I did it! It's a shift! I can go home!
By God, it's a shift. I haven't seen one for ages.
Why don't you come back with me, Mr. Westhouse? You could say hello to your old friend, Manny.
If I tried to step through that, Miss Ryan, I would suffer a most unpleasant experience. And I would be lost in the between forever. Besides, I built this house with my own 2 hands. I wouldn't want to leave it to these barbarians. And what does your Stark have to offer me? This world is more recognizable to me now.
Yeah.
No, you go ahead, Miss Ryan. Go back. And don't let your curiosity of the unknown tempt you into making another shift.
Thanks for your help.
Say hello to Manny for me. Tell him I'm doing all right. And then I said, thanks.
Cortez. Oh, God, it's real. It's all true. I saw it. I saw the other world. Arcadia. Either I'm going crazy or you were right about everything.
Let's hope for the latter, mi amiga? So I gather your trip was a success.
Success? My whole world has been turned topsy-turvy, so I don't think success is the right word. Nothing about it makes sense. The fact is, I don't believe in magic.
The sun does not need you to believe in it to rise in the morning, señorita. You have seen the truth with your own 2 eyes. I can do nothing more to convince you. It is up to you now.
Well, do I have a choice? I have to believe at least some of it. My life wouldn't make much sense otherwise.
You are a true skeptic, April. Está bien. We need your kind to balance the hopeless romantics like myself.
Who Who are you really, Cortez?
Excuse me?
People knew you over there in Arcadia. Tobias. He didn't know you by your real name, but he did know you. And Mr. Westhouse, he knew you too, as Chavez, but several hundred years ago.
So my secrets are being revealed, are they?
I wouldn't say that, because you're still a mystery to me. More so.
Good. You see, señorita, mystery is important. To know everything, to know the whole truth is dull. There is no magic in that. Magic is not knowing. Magic is wondering about what and how and where.
I'd settle for the truth, just to be able to know you. Because, honestly, I don't mean this in a bad way. You scare me, Cortez. I'm afraid of you.
And you are not the only one, mi amiga. I'm sorry, but whatever it is about me that mystifies you, it will have to stay a secret. There are things even you should not know.
Gee, thanks. That really helped.
Perdóname. Perhaps later, when we are certain of what the future holds, okay? I think I can promise you that, Señorita Ryan. Later. But for now, we must speak of more important matters.
What happens now?
The minstrel told you about the balance, about Stark and Arcadia.
A man named Tobias. He was called the Vestrum, I think. Vestrum Tobias.
Ah, so Tobias made Vestrum. Que bien, good. I knew he would go far when I first met him years ago. He was just an instrument then, a student of the balance, but he was smart and resourceful. So you know what is going on with the balance.
Tobias told me that the Guardian was missing and that the balance was failing. He said this would bring chaos into both worlds.
As we are already seeing, your dreams, your nightmares, they are part of these. You sense chaos more keenly than most, but even they are beginning to notice that things are not as they should be. Like last night.
Glorious chaos. Quick hand wash, baby. There might still have been a wait.
What about last night?
What you saw, you were not alone this time. There were others. And they saw the same thing. Not nightmares anymore. Real. The first sign of the damage chaos can do. The divide is being breached. It is not yet time for the worlds to be united. A breach could prove catastrophical.
You helped me back, didn't you?
To shift? See? The power is yours, yes? But for now, you need me to focus your powers to call forth your dreams.
Dreams?
Yes. To travel from one world to the next, you must pass through the world of dreams. It is the only way. You are capable of opening a shift on your own, but you might not be able to.
What do you mean?
The power, the magic is within you. And when you sleep, sometimes you open the portal without even being aware of it. But when you're awake, it's more difficult. With practice, you will do it.
I don't think I want to do it.
You must. The worlds depend on it.
So what do I do?
We must work together, April. I can't do it alone, and neither can you.
But what exactly is it that we have to do?
4 things. We must find the Lost Guardian, we must locate the gateway to his realm, and the disc that is the key to his tower, and we must do what we can to curtail and defeat the Vanguard.
I'm so happy I remember so very little about this, because it's very chill and it's nice being able to experience it again. Funcom always knew how to set up a world and present it, sound and visually as.
How are we going to find the Guardian?
The moment he surrendered his throne and left his realm, he stepped back into our world. This world, Stark. This is where he was born, and so this is where he must return to.
But he could be anywhere, right?
This city has power, April. Not magic, but the opposite of magic. And it draws people to it like flies to an open fire. All the pieces of the puzzle come together here. You, me, the Vanguard, the Guardian. I can guarantee you that he's here. But where exactly I do not know. I think maybe the Vanguard do. I think they may have him.
If they have him, how are we going to get him back? And why do they need him? Why do we need him?
He left his realm, but he's the last Guardian, and only he can open the doorway back to his realm to let his successor through. The Vanguard knows this, but what they don't know, yet, is how to get there.
We might not be, no. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, right, Miranox? We're using a higher resolution upscaled with AI thingy, which is why some of the stuff looks a little weird, because they used AI to sharpen the images for this mod, which is why it looks different than you'd probably remember. You see it sometimes in the video cutscenes. The shadows cast sometimes are a bit weird. They look kind of liquidy. I think that's the AI being weird.
Who'd know about the gateway to the Guardian's realm?
That I do not know. That knowledge wouldn't be here in Stark. You must go to Arcadia, study the books, talk with the Minstrom and others who might know, but not yet. First, we must finish our mission here.
Where's the key to the Guardian's realm?
In Arcadia. The key contains 2 parts. One is the disc itself, the other is the 4 jewels, the eyes of the dragons. That gives the disc the properties of the balance and makes it complete.
Where is the disc?
The disc was left in the care of the Sentinel 10,000 years ago. In the beginning, it was kept in the open, displayed for all to see. But not anymore. Not since thieves tried to make away with it. They will know where it is. Ask Tobias, Vestrum Tobias.
Yeah. I like how they just go, okay, so this guy that was 250 years overdue of having his soul removed, or having had his soul removed for this many years, longer than it's possible. We're gonna cram him back into the fucking thing instead of getting a replacement.
Where are the 4 jewels?
Ah, the eyes of the dragons. They are kept by the 4 dragons themselves, 2 in Arcadia and 2 in Stark. The white dragon has 1, as does the old one. These you must find yourself. I'll help you with the others.
Aye, Barrel.
How do we defeat the Vanguard?
The Vanguard are strong here and growing stronger. Even in Arcadia, they are gaining a foothold. And with the Tyrant on a leash, the future looks quite bleak.
How do you know so much about what's going on in Arcadia?
Voices whisper in my ear, señorita. Voices that I trust.
So he does get
You're
info.
saying the Vanguard are strong here. How come I haven't heard about them?
They don't go by that name here. Did you ever hear of the Church of Voltec?
Sure, they're... Oh, that's the Vanguard?
See.
Then they're big, very big. But why do they... Why assume a different name here?
In Arcadia, they flaunt their philosophy. They preach the destruction of the balance under the pretense of returning humankind to the glories of the past. Here, they cannot do that. So they have integrated themselves slowly but surely into society under the subterfuge of the New Age religion, and they've built a financial empire to match governments.
They have that much money?
The Vanguard own multinational companies. They own planets, April. They own armies. All they need is the balance, and they will own everything. The twin worlds will be at their mercy.
So, we basically don't stand a chance, do we? Against an enemy like that.
If we hold at bay the forces of chaos, and if we ensure the natural continuation of the Guardian's role within the balance, then they will have lost.
How are we supposed to fight this chaos you keep talking about?
You're the key, April. You have the power to shift, yes? But there's more to you than that. You are a child of the balance. And no, that will have to wait. By just being alive, you counter chaos. Without you, last night might have turned out much worse. That tiny breach might have been permanent.
I didn't do anything.
Then imagine the power you wield when you really do something. Trust me on this, amiga. It's instinctive to you to fight chaos. You see it so clearly, and you will know what to do. You are most needed in Arcadia, where chaos is a part of reality. The tidal wave will hit there first, and unless it's subdued before it hits Stark full force, we'll never stand a chance. So you will have to travel to Arcadia after we are done here.
Okay, so that's it? Kick some Vanguard ass, find the Guardian, locate the entrance to his realm, and a 10,000-year-old disc and 4 Dragon-Eye jewels? And oh, April, make sure you do battle with the physical manifestations of chaos along the way, because hey, that's your destiny. It's impossible, Cortez. I can't do these things. I'm 18, I'm an artist. No, not even that, I'm nobody. You can't place all these responsibilities on my shoulders. I can't carry that much.
I will help you, April. Others too, you're not alone.
Well, I feel very alone, and I can't even tell anybody about this. Yeah, hi, how are you? I'm the Chosen One. Can you help me save the world from evil and chaos?
There is no Chosen One, April. There are only those who would and those who wouldn't. You have a choice between the two.
You said I had powers, that I wasn't like everybody else.
True, but you still have a choice. Prophecies can never unravel the will of a single human. You are one of many possible paths, but unfortunately, most of the alternative paths have been blocked by circumstances beyond our control. The world does depend on you, but you have not been chosen. You choose for yourself what you are and what you will be.
Then the choice will have to be, yes, let's save the world. Where do we start?
Here, in Newport. We must find out about the Vanguard. Their headquarters are in this city, but where? Do they have the Guardian under lock and key? What are their weaknesses? Once we've done that, you must travel to Arcadia. I cannot go there, and besides, I have things to take care of here.
Right. Except, where the hell do I go to find out about the Vanguard? The library? The net?
Valuable information is hard to find. Remember the painting I showed you yesterday?
Sure.
The artist, a boy named Warren. I told you about him, yes? Warren is involved in a lot of activities that aren't exactly legal. He has connections. He can point us in the right direction.
All right, okay. Where do I find him?
My friend, Father Raul at the Hope Street Cathedral, he's had some contact with the boy lately. Ask him.
Wait, did you say Hope Street?
Yes?
As in the most dangerous neighborhood in Newport?
Is it? I don't usually follow the civic affairs of the city. I remember Hope Street when they first built it, a clean neighborhood.
That must have been a very long time ago.
Still, I'm sure you'll be safe. You're a girl, no? A self-respecting gentleman would never harm a girl.
It's the self-respecting gentleman part I'm concerned about. Still, I can handle myself. Father Raul, was it? At the Hope Street Cathedral?
Yes. He will lead you in the right direction, help you find Warren Hughes. When you're done tomorrow, we will meet up at the cathedral late in the afternoon. I need to speak with Raul as well.
Okay, good. It's a plan then?
Enjoy yourself tonight, April. Who knows what the future may hold? Good night.
Hot damn. About. The fuck's that? Why did we have some really weird cursor there? Back in stock. Oh yeah, gum sub.
It's Brian Westhouse's signature. It's Captain Nebeve's, signature. I can't believe I went through all that just to get a simple X. It's Constable Guybrush. My toy?
Oh, I thought we
Ape.
could maybe wind him up again since we are in tech ass. Yeah, we do. Yo, homeless mate. That's fucking weird. Yeah, I'm gonna try something that might crash the game, so I'm gonna save on. Fuck it, let's have a new one there. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna alt tab. God damn it. Just having a look here. I wanted to compare the park location with a screenshot of how it looked before the AI thingy, but I don't think I can find a good resolution one. I'm not actually sure what resolution the game was in back then. It's correct. It certainly looks cleaner, but this, like, you get this weird effect with the grass here. Pitta, pitta, pitta. fact, now that I have Alt-tabbed, I shall just quickly restart this. Just in case it does that thing. Because I think there's supposed to be music sometimes when there isn't, and I think it might have something to do with Alt-tabbing. When it hangs the way it does. Like the duck wind bullshit yesterday, getting stuck. I think that might also ask music. Book of Secrets? Nothing. Whoop. Okay, here we are. Want to go have a look over here? Whoosh. Just assing around. Doesn't seem like there's anything new here. We need to do our painting. Go, April. Unless you'll actually pick it up, damn. I didn't expect that.
Not today.
Darn it.
I'll just leave my brush and easel here before I go.
Darn it. Oh well. I wanted Guybrush to do his thing. I'm not allowed to...
It's Constable Guybrush. My toy? Ape.
I'm not allowed to big Google him anymore. Yeah. Weird sculpture made by Lady. That was all like at us earlier. Let's go tell Fiona here about some lesbians and shit. He's very good at talking about that stuff. So we stop chaos by just being there, but it happened both at the club and at Lady's house, and we apparently had a choice of which place to go to. So I guess we stopped both, even though we were just at one of them. Thingy.
Rust is the very definition of Venetian architecture. Think of San Francisco without the hills, Paris without the cafes. Venice wouldn't be the same without the rust. It would be better, but not the same.
Fucking machine. I guess I sorted it. Fiona, where the fuck? Coffee table.
Emma picked this table up at a flea market for $10 last month. That's $9 more than it's worth.
Looks alright. Monkey Boy!
Look, it's Monkey Boy! Common Room Duty Roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh, joy, manual labor, my favorite.
300 feet, what even is that? Call me Ghost to GN for it. We fed an ass though, that's all
I
right.
worry about the exhibition coming up in 2 weeks. This is the net result of my work. A pile of nothing. And it's not even a big pile of nothing.
Is it proper gold or?
My suitcase.
How often does it ever close? Oh, April, goddammit. Oh, it's oxidized?
whatever those pipes are spewing out, I know one thing for sure. It ain't water.
I feel like I could take over the world.
I don't need to make my bed. It's been too hot to sleep with a cover.
Damn.
I wonder why it's called a twin bed. There's no way it could possibly accommodate 2 people. Not that I've had a chance to try.
Oh, so single. So Fisk and single. Oh, I see.
Nobody home.
Get barnacles and shit off.
That's Zach's room. I've never been in there, and I pray I never will.
Rotation of ass. I think it's one of those. Is that the bridge in the Illuminati headquarter area in Secret World? The Golden Gate. Wait, he told us to go to a place. Let's go talk to our mates first, though. Is it?
If I turn that wheel, would the drain pipes of the universe open up and swallow all solid matter? It could happen.
Put my Lutefisk cube inside another Lutefisk cube.
It's the mystery door.
God.
Where it goes, nobody knows.
I want to say something about April, but I can't until the sequel. God damn it, I spoiled. So don't read anything
Pulling long
into
hours
that.
today, Charlie?
Unfortunately, yeah. Are you staying for the show tonight?
What show?
You don't know who's playing?
I've had a few other things on my mind these past few days, Charlie. Sorry. Anybody good?
Anybody good? Are you kidding? Roy and Dale's playing. It's the first gig on their new tour. Sort of returning to their roots before they do the big venues.
Tonight? Great, that's perfect. Especially tonight. I need some serious unwinding.
Yeah? What's up?
Maybe it's golden and the golden shower type. I had some golden pot noodle once. That just meant someone put caramel in it. So I guess it can mean a lot of things, depending.
I just had the weirdest experience of my life.
Weirder than what happened here last night?
Much weirder, trust me. I mean, what happened here could be explained. A hologram, rapture gas, mass suggestion.
That's stretching it a little, don't you think?
What, rather than the alternatives? That we're all either going crazy or that something's breaking through from another world? You don't think that's stretching it?
I don't know what I think, April. I just know that sometimes there are things lurking in the shadows that can't be explained by science. That the world holds more mysteries than we think.
Maybe.
So what's this thing you were gonna tell me about the weirdest experience of your life?
You wouldn't believe me anyway, Charlie.
Try me.
No, really, I can't. It's too much, too close. I don't know if I believe it myself.
Okay. You tell me about it later then, alright?
Maybe.
God, what's the gate part then? I mean, I guess they couldn't have been ass and gold in it. It's quite wide, isn't it? Was there a sluice gate anywhere?
Is Emma around?
Haven't seen her. She knows about the show, so she'll be here.
When does the concert start?
In less than an hour. I expect the place to be crowded soon, so you should find yourself a spot to sit down.
Thanks, Charlie.
No problem. Later.
Well, just goes in and sits. Right. Weren't we supposed to meet up with Sack tonight?
So where have you been all day? You didn't show up at school, you weren't at work, and then Fiona tells me you're out looking for Cortez again. And on top of that, Zach brags about bagging a date with you. What's up with that?
Oh, shit. Zach, I totally forgot. He's gonna kill me. If I don't show up, that is.
You mean it's true? You have a date with that asshole? I told him he was full of shit.
I needed some information.
And you sell yourself to get it? April, you're insane. Well, you're just going to have to disappoint him.
I made a promise.
To that sleazebag? That's a promise made to be broken.
I mean, I want to stay here, so that's probably what I did the first time, but we're honest.
A promise is a promise. I have to go.
Commendable, but incredibly misguided. He's only after one thing, you know, and that's sex.
He can forget about that. I'll go, but I'm only staying an hour. I'll tell him I'm tired or sick.
Knowing Zach, he'll take that as an invitation to your bed. But I guess you've made up your mind. Go, have a good time. And good luck, you'll need it.
Oh, God. Headache. I didn't really have that much to drink, did I? No. But I did travel through a shift into a parallel universe, which would explain this weird compulsion to curl up into a fetal position and go back to sleep. Not that I'm particularly looking forward to it, but I guess I have to go find that Warren guy Cortez told me about down on Hope Street. And hey, like that's not enough. I have to avoid bumping into Zach today. Last night's, date is not something any of us should be reminded of, and I'm not just talking about the incident with the groping and me kicking him in the groin. Doesn't he get that no means no? No.
Oh, okay. Well, we held up our end of the ass, I guess, so. Yeah. What a knobhead. Come on, Guybrush.
It's Constable Guybrush. My toy? Ape.
Well, I can't ask him. Bet Sack's out here and we're gonna be all like, fuck you. Oh, yes.
What the fuck was your glitch last night, bitch?
I'm sorry? What did you call me?
I take you to a top-class club, wine you and dine you, and you slap me in the fucking face?
Did you ask yourself why I slapped you, Zach?
I don't fucking care. You'll regret fucking with me, bitch. I can promise you that.
What are you gonna do?
You'll find out, April Ryan. You're gonna be so fucking sorry you ever fucked with me.
God damn. This guy is really, like, not any sort of medium kids show dick. He is, like, advanced dick. Sweat Jesus.
That's Zach's room. I've never been in there, and I pray I never will. Nobody home.
Goddamn, what a penis. Gotta go find Padre, whatever. No, I know Fiona. Anything you want to cook, board?
Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS. BYO what? Soap?
Monkey boy. Cortisol, god damn it. God damn, she's gonna fall down. The amount of min she's trying to put on display. Let's go make sure our mates know we're not dead. Should have done this in the old Lost Crown intended us, where we just walk very slowly everywhere. Right, Charles?
I hate to say it, but I don't have time to talk to Charlie right now. Fresh bread. I love the food in this place. We have a great kitchen.
It's forever free fresh bread. God damn, you're not allowed to take the candies, but have however fucking much flute you want. Yeah, Charlie works hard. After all, he needs the operation. He's only halfway to being the best dancer in the whole world. Wait, hold on. Is that a thing? No. Dang. There's the Venice in Newport. We shifted to Arcadia, which is Magic Land. We are, I think, 300 something years in the future. So stuff occurs. This fucking guy, he really looks like he belongs in my summer car. Look at this AI assing.
She's gone. She's gone.
Oh, I thought she was dead. Gone.
Looks like he knows how to use that steel pipe. The boss man. From his uniform, I'd say he's one of the West Side Kings. They got recruitment posters all over town. I think he's in trouble.
Yeah, probably named like that because of all the river water bullshit. See if this is one of those areas where I can ambulate in a direction and make the map pan. Fucking nah. Oh. Not much to look at
Gas
here.
or water mains, perhaps. Or, sewer pipes.
Poop!
That would explain the smell.
Some tall poop.
I wonder how they light those candles. Do they have ladders? Or jetpacks? That's a funky idea. Priests with rockets on their backs. That would give a whole new dimension to evening services.
This looks a little bit like the old foo-foo.
Pretty. And considering the neighborhood, it's a miracle that it's still intact. Maybe it's bulletproof stained glass designed for inner city cathedrals.
I hit a pigeon. Pandano? Hot damn, long Movis. Confectionery, nice.
It's a baby angel. A cherub? He's got a red robe wrapped around his posterior, and he looks to be in a hurry. I can't remember reading about this particular incident in the Bible. Maybe it was in the sequel? Nah. That came out only 5 years ago, and this wall painting looks a lot older than that.
Nice. It's your boy Jesus back at it again with some fucking bullshit.
It's a priest.
Oh, right. The polio men asking. Phase room. Right, preacher man. I know exactly what you need. Fuck yeah. Well, I mean, the New Testament is just what you call the newest testament, right?
Good morning. I'm Father Raoul. You're not a Hope Street regular, are you? I haven't seen you here before.
I don't visit the neighborhood very often, no.
And why should you? It's not a very nice place. This cathedral is all there's left of the hope in Hope Street.
I'm sorry to hear that, Father.
So am I. But we cope. We cope. How may I be of assistance?
Do people still go to church?
Yes, some do. Some do. Religion is pretty resilient.
Religion, sure. But there's so many new religions, and people tend to abandon the old ones, don't they?
They'll be back. The Voltex and the Manus of the world offer only a fleeting chance of material happiness. What they cannot offer is spiritual enlightenment.
So you're not worried about the competition?
We have over 2,000 years of experience and tradition to build on. I don't see us just rolling over on our backs and giving up. No.
Yeah, fuck. Everyone's shit and you'll burn. Also, lol. Fucking shitty religion.
Do you know a boy named Warren Hughes?
As a matter of fact, I do. The Hugheses were regulars before they traveled to the colonies. Poor Warren was left an orphan by his family. I haven't seen him for years.
Where does Warren live?
I'm not sure he lives anywhere. But he does belong to a Hope Street gang, the Razor Blades, I believe. They seem to congregate just down the street in Building 87. Be careful, though. Although they're far from the worst gang around here, they're not a particularly friendly lot, and they don't care for strangers.
I can take care of myself.
I don't doubt that. Still, be careful.
Thank you, Father.
Please come by again if you're ever in the neighborhood.
I refuse.
It's the confessional. It's been more than 2 years since my last confession, but no. I'm not in a mood to be counting beads right now, and with my list of, shortcomings, I'll be counting beads for a very long time.
Why were you ever in one of those? Stalin had the right idea. Make everything toilets. Down the street.
87.
That's certainly a number. Gang lord.
It's out of order.
You're out of order.
I think I'll just take the stairs. It's a boy. He looks to be about 15 or so.
Suddenly, difficult to hear shit.
Nah,
Touchy.
he's sweet, but a little too young for me.
I thought they were sort of blackmail booths. Like you go in and tell someone something, they'll hold over you.
Can I talk to you for a minute? What's your name?
What's yours?
April Ryan.
Lucky you.
You know where I can find a kid named Warren Hughes?
Who's asking?
I am.
Warren Hughes. Never heard of him.
Alright, well, I guess you can't help me.
Nope. Nobody can.
What do you mean?
A nice, pretty girl like you in a neighborhood like this, asking all the wrong questions. You're heading for some serious trouble, you know.
I can take care of myself.
Keep saying that.
Sure you can. The thing is, there are 4 guys waiting downstairs for you to come back out, and they can take care of themselves real good.
God damn, this kid has a neck trouble.
I'm not looking for trouble.
Trouble found you, girl.
What do you want from me?
I should have asked you the same question, except I don't care. You should have thought twice before coming after me.
After you? I didn't come... So you're Warren?
What, like you didn't know?
No. Cortez told me your name, where to find you, but...
Hold on. Cortez? Old Spanish-talking dude. Real crazy in the head?
That's a fair description, yeah.
Shit. You're not a cop. Social services? Corporate?
No, I'm a friend of Cortez. He said to look you up.
I haven't seen Cortez in a while. Not since before... So what does Senior Cortez want with me?
We need some help.
What kind of help? Look, I gotta stay incognito most of the time now that corporates and cops are stepping up their search for us. I can't go risking my ass for nobody. Not even Cortez.
That's all right. I just need some information on a group called the Vanguard and their leader, Jacob McAllen.
Oh, sorry. Never heard of those guys.
You wouldn't have. They keep to themselves, and they got some kind of cover operation going, but I don't know what it is, and...
You need to find out? Alright, here's the thing. I got a friend who might be able to help you out.
Great!
Hold on. Before I use up my favors with him, I need you to do me a favor in return. Probably even help yourself out at the same time.
Fair enough. What do I have to do?
Easy. Break into the Newport Police Department computer archives. Get me some information on my family. Destroy my criminal record and get the hell out of there. Preferably alive.
God damn, I would have led with the fact that he was an art student and saw his painting.
You want me to risk my life for a personal favor?
If you don't do this for me, I won't help you out. Besides, there's probably some information on the... Vanguards, was it? In the archives. And that information will be valuable to my friend if he's gonna help you out.
I'll do it.
Smart decision. So here's the thing. My dad doped out on raps and seduced by commercials. Sold out our whole family to the shiny happy colonization program for a lifetime supply of the big R. The rapture. He neglected to ask his lovely wife and children, and the corporates didn't care. One day they came to pick up my mom, my sister, and me. I got away though, snuck out the window, and I spent the next 2 weeks in a dumpster.
And your family?
That's just it. I don't know. Off to the colonies, of course, but which one? I don't know. Sometimes they split up families too. You know, they don't tell you that in their ads. I don't give a shit about my dad, and my mom, she's tough. She can take care of herself, but I want my sister back. We were real tight. I'm not gonna let him use her in the mines and factories out there.
So, you want me to find out where they took your sister?
That's it. You're catching on. You do that for me, and delete my criminal record at the same time to get them damn corporates off my ass. I'll give you all the help you need.
Where's the police station?
Take the subway to Metro West. You'll come out on what they call Cop Street. You'll see the NPD headquarters down the block. You can't miss it.
I'd better get going.
Be cool, eh?
We go full Kent and just start murdering things. Go big man terrorism. We accept immediately that there are people that needn't be alive. Okay, that's fine. That needn't be alive for us to succeed. And fucking Pete. Yeah. I'm fucking committed in this. To this ass. Cop Street. Did you say Metro West? Circle, I forget. I think you did. Yeah, we haven't seen this before. Fucking.
It's your garden variety robotic roadblock. You see them all over this pothole-infested town. There's a small control panel on it. The display reads 3018.
Alright. Touchy.
It's a numeric keypad, but I have absolutely no idea what numbers to type in to move the roadblock.
Goddamn.
Another unfortunate victim of the Anglo-Pacific Wars of the 90s.
Goddamn 90s. Truck de los garbage.
It's an automated garbage truck. They crisscross the town, emptying containers and running people over.
Lad.
I do all my grocery shopping at T-Rex. Not that their food is particularly good, nor their prices particularly low. I just love their ads. They're pretty cool. Especially the one where they built an actual-sized robot dinosaur and sent it out to mangle a competing chain of grocery stores. For real. I don't know if anybody got hurt, but man, that campaign kicked ass.
What the fuck? That is
it
a
says
way around.
Calavera Crossing MCW, and the street ID number is 0092.
Aha. We now have a number.
Perhaps if I try entering the ID of the intersecting street, the roadblock will move.
Good thing there's no, like, ID or ass on this. Ah. Look at it go. I thought this thing was part of it. Goodbye, roadblock. Yard speed. Container, container.
It's a garbage container, and it's mostly empty, save for a couple of sticky old newspapers and bottles.
Fuck yeah. What? Did I just bin myself? It's one of those times where I should probably see what the problem is before I try dicking around with solution. I'm gonna get compacted.
Keep it close to yourself.
Dear God, this creature.
Gross. The things I do to save the world, I mean that smell, that sticky stuff, the way that rat just wouldn't let go. Disgusting. Not to mention the fact that I really, truly stink. I don't think this is ever coming off. I'm gonna stink like fish heads and moldy pizza for the rest of my sorry life. Tuvok?
What?
Tuvok? You can usually tell a crook by his eyes and his foul behavior. There's no way I'm going back down into the basement. I'd rather be rolled out of here on a gurney with my body wrapped in black plastic.
Right then. Yeah. I mean, I don't remember any of this. I was just dicking around with stuff before I moved on to try and avoid the exact thing I did.
Of cop shows, I'd say she's probably the desk sergeant on duty. For some reason, they're always slightly overweight and grumpy. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Where are the archives?
The archives? You're not an officer of the law, are you?
Yeah, I should probably try that.
So what if I'm not?
Then you can't go into the back, capiche? Cops only. Besides, half the doors in this building, including that one, are out of order. Nobody's going in, nobody's coming out. And until those overpaid, underworking service guys get off their butts and back to work, that's the way it's gonna stay.
Thanks anyway.
pretty far back, I think. The one. 10. 21. Goddamn.
I feel like someone's staring at me.
Goddamn. Goddamn, this lens flare.
This is Lucinda Carlisle reporting live from just outside the Metro Precinct Police Station, and I bring you today a senseless and tragic display of technology gone wrong. In the carnage you see behind me, medical drones are digging through the rubble of a crashed shuttle for the remains of over 100 people who lost their lives today in an accident that could and should have been prevented. Only hours ago, a Brave New World Airlines shuttle carrying starry-eyed colonists to the Metro Tower experienced an engine failure and came roaring down on this street without warning, crushing 3 cars and burying 9 innocent pedestrians and 2 would-be carjackers. The cause of this human tragedy? As of yet, there is no official report. We can only speculate, and speculate we will. Was the pilot drunk? Was he hopped up on Amethyst? Was someone aboard carrying a bomb? Did the manufacturers of the shuttle, Monster Limited, skimp on a part and import it from a bootleg factory in Germany? The truth could be any or all of the above. But whoever is responsible, and whatever the punishment, it won't bring any of those bloodied, mangled corpses to life. It won't bring Teresa Roseman, mother of 3, back to her husband, Marty. That loss is forever, and a huge cash settlement can only ease the pain. It can never remove it altogether. Only expensive brain surgery or personality modification through proprietary drugs can do that. The exact death count is still under wraps, and work will continue throughout the day to identify the thousands of body parts that are being picked one by one from the twisted wreckage of BNWA Shuttle 709. What repercussions will this accident have on our city? Probably none. You fly a shuttle, you take your chances. This is Lucinda Carlisle, reporting live for the Metro Channel Action News. Back to you, Lisa and Dan. Are we clear? How did I do? Uh-huh. And what are the ratings? 5 million? That's it? 5 million? Jesus, we've lost out to reruns of Gillian's Island? What the fuck, Gregory? Why the hell did you... Yeah. Don't give me any of that shit. You were the one who said this would broaden my audience. I should have stuck with the game shows. Jesus!
Blah, blah.
If I'm not completely mistaken, and if I remember my tech classes correctly, that's an anti-gravity control unit. It looks fully intact. It's a high-voltage laser perimeter fence. The color indicates that they're using military-grade lasers. It's a high-voltage laser perimeter fence. It's a police officer. He's guarding the wreckage.
That noise is not nice.
Move along. There is nothing to see here.
Except for you, officer.
Eh? Me?
I always did love a man in a uniform.
Sorry, man, but I'm gay. Now, move along. Nothing to see here.
Except for that crashed hovercraft.
Nah. You see those everywhere these days.
Sorry?
Dime a dozen.
Crashed hovercraft are a dime a dozen?
15 a week, ma'am. At the very least. In this city alone.
That's not a pleasant background
But
noise.
they say it's the safest mode of transportation available.
Statistically, yes. Unless you're aboard one of the buggers. Then your chance of survival drops drastically.
What?
They're the safest mode of transportation if you stay on the ground. The chances of being hit by one going down are relatively low.
Thanks for ruining my trust in modern technology.
We're here to protect and serve.
Isn't it the other way around?
Just keep it moving, ma'am. Nothing to see here.
Except for the escaped convict right behind you.
I'm on special duty today, ma'am. So that escaped convict will have to take care of himself. After all, who'd guard this perimeter in my absence?
Me? I'll be good.
That was a rhetorical question, ma'am. You are not qualified. Now, move along. Nothing to see here.
Except...
I won't tell you again, so move along. There is absolutely nothing to see here. Nothing. Jeez, don't you people have anything better to do?
Are you feeling all right, officer?
Thank you, ma'am. I'm fine. All the dust from the debris is just choking me up.
Alright. Yeah, the gay thing works, though. I mean, anything else you can sort of work with, I guess. You need a... No. Oh, that noise. God
Move
damn.
along. Nothing to see. Keep it moving, ma'am. Damn. Dust.
I can't pass through the fence without setting off the alarm. Or worse, getting fried by that military-grade laser.
God damn. Oh, that noise. Ugh. Bintrons.
Newport Police Department. It's a holographic sign. The doors are closed.
Man trundles around.
It's a police officer. He's guarding the entrance. Hey! How do I get into the station?
That is the question, is it not?
Pardon?
To get in or not to get in?
Fuck you.
That is the question.
Good grief, more weirdos.
Oh, I'm not a weirdo. I'm an actor.
Stop it,
No
O'Toole.
offense, but isn't that an oxymoron?
Lady, you are the cruelest she alive.
Oi, Slayners.
How do I get into the station?
You don't. Not today.
But I need to get in. What if there's been a crime?
Good point. I guess you need to report it via one of the many kiosks installed throughout the city, or by contacting an officer of the law.
Like yourself?
I am but a humble servant of Her Majesty, and I'm actually assigned to Vice, so don't bother.
The three cops we've talked to so far have been fairly civil, if a bit weird.
Any chance you'll let me through?
Shower me with sweet forgiveness, Princess, but unfortunately, I cannot. The doors ain't working.
The doors aren't working?
They're not. Good Lord, I must report this immediately, after I'm done with my policing exercise.
Did you say the doors weren't working?
Ah, correct. The only things getting in and out of the station today are police officers, prisoners, and garbage.
Aren't they all pretty much one and the same thing?
Cutting words from a wench's barbed mouth?
What did you call me?
Sweet princess.
That's more like it. How are you able to bring garbage out and prisoners in when the doors are broken?
These doors don't work, but the gate downstairs does. Of course, you can only get through that inside of a vehicle. The security measures are quite extreme.
Like how extreme?
Can you say radiation poisoning?
The garbage truck apparently goddamn.
Why were you parading back and forth like that?
I am practicing the fine art of policing.
It doesn't look like policing. It looks like acting.
Bollocks! And I thought I was making progress.
Maybe if you tried being a little less rigid?
Yeah, but it's this bloody suit. It makes everyone move the same way. I'm not able to release the character.
Are you an actor or a cop?
Both, darling, both. I am an actor, but I will portray an officer of the law in my next motion picture. It's called Mad Cop 2. I play the Mad Cop's friend, the somewhat ticked-off cop.
I think I saw the first one. It stunk.
I agree. But this one has a certain je ne sais quoi flair that the original lacked.
You mean more violence, more sex, less plot?
That's it.
He really says some fucking shit to the police that would probably get her killed in modern ass.
So you're doing research for your next role?
Indeed, my fair maiden, I am. I have been assigned to a squad to capture the essence of Her Majesty's honorable service.
And what squad would that be?
Vice.
Thanks, and good luck.
Parting is such sweet sorrow. Farewell, princess. Till we meet again, farewell.
Yeah, as you keep saying, I accidentally pressed the button that usually crashes the game, but we are lucky here today. Goddamn. We're nearing 3 hours though, so we are past 3 hours, so I may stop for now to keep the videos slightly shorter. Oh my god, so we shall continue this tomorrow. There will probably, after I've had a shower, be some bachal or something else. But yeah, very fine. I'm enjoying this. Much more than I thought I would. I knew it's good, but sometimes replaying adventure games that you enjoyed can sort of be where you go, I remember this, goddamn, and shit like that. No Gensai, but there must be Batshell. Okay, I'm gonna have a quick shower and then we shall function. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. I've forgotten a lot of it, and like most Funcom games, it's very moody, and I like the moody. So yeah, quick shower, then Batshell, right here on stream. Goddamn.